Welcome to Top Agent Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better real estate business today. And here is your host, #1 best-selling real estate expert, speaker, and performance coach, Keith Doherty.
Hello and welcome to this episode of our show. This is your host, Keith Doherty. Today our special guest is top real estate broker Peter Contastathes, the owner of Ford Realty based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, Peter grew up around the real estate business. His father was a well-known general contractor where he learned every aspect of home construction. He initially got into real estate on the investment side, where he was buying and flipping homes when he was in his 20s. In 2003, he got his real estate license in order to list and sell his own properties in Pennsylvania, but he loved it so much he ended up doing it full-time. 11 years ago, Peter moved to North Carolina and worked as an agent for a new home builder. He was a top-producing agent almost from the start, winning platinum and gold awards for sales. He was so successful, in fact, that he decided to open up his own firm, Ford Realty, in 2006, which quickly became one of the most respected and in-demand real estate companies serving the Lake Norman and Charlotte areas. Peter earned the title Mr. Lake Norman from his sales and innovative marketing in the Lake Norman area of North Carolina. Peter recently got his North Carolina general contractor's license, just another advantage he can offer his clients when looking at homes. In addition to his in-depth knowledge of construction, marketing, and negotiating, Peter also is a part owner of a mortgage company. So when you work with him, it is almost like a one-stop shop experience. Everything you need when buying or selling a home can be facilitated through Peter. Making the process as easy as possible for his clients is always Peter's main goal. Peter has over 14 years of experience as a real estate professional. He holds a marketing degree, a certified luxury home marketing system degree, was crowned top agent for Charlotte, North Carolina 2016 in Top Agent Magazine, platinum and gold award winner for high volume of sales, and owner-founder of Ford Realty and Forward Mortgage Lending. All right, with all that said, Peter, welcome to the show.
Hello, Keith. Thanks for having me.
Peter, if we could start for our listeners, what led you into real estate? Was it something you always knew you wanted to do, or did you maybe stumble into it?
It was. I had bought my first investment property when I was in my 20s. And funny story is, back in the 6th grade, a teacher had asked, the class and kind of went down and asked every student what they wanted to do after, they were out of school. And I said I wanted to do a job where I was in the real estate business.
And I guess what personal attributes, traits, or qualities do you think have most contributed to all the success that you've had in real estate?
Well, a lot of it had to do with my upbringing. My father was a general contractor, worked very hard. Mother owned her own pizza shop and sandwich shop. They put a lot of hours in on their business, and I was brought up that way, where the more work you do and the harder you work, the better it pays off. And I brought that into my sales and real estate business, and had done very well with it.
And do you think you give our listeners an example of when these traits have played a role in your path towards success?
Probably the biggest was when I moved to Charlotte back in 2004. I took a job with a local builder, a big builder at that. And I used a lot of my techniques and outside-the-box marketing strategies to become one of the top agents for the new home sales, selling about 73 homes that year, which was my first year in Charlotte. And the biggest thing is, working more than 30, 40 hours a week. I was putting in 50 to 60 hours, taking every single phone call, working with every single client I could possibly work with. So I would say that's probably the biggest.
And I think every time somebody builds a successful business, sometimes the path to get there is filled with bumps in the road along the way. Can you talk a little bit about some of the adversities and trials that you've had to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
Well, some of it was, moving to the North Carolina area. And when I first came here, I didn't know the area that well. So that's why I actually had worked for a builder during that time, because I had 15 to 20 different developments and knew where every single development was, and during that time, some of the things were, of course, we had our down market, in 2008, 9, 10. But during that time, I actually had changed the way I marketed and had done business to still do a high amount of volume and to work through even a down market.
And I guess, as these obstacles came up for you, as you, encountered them, what kept you going despite these obstacles? Why didn't you give up? What's your driving force?
Well, I drive at everything I do. The biggest thing is making it in life. And no matter what obstacle you have to overcome or what wall you hit, you still need to keep moving forward and succeed. And basically, in business, especially sales, you can just never give up. You just keep driving forward and doing anything and everything that you can to overcome and be the best in that business.
Absolutely. And I guess kind of looking forward for your brokerage, what's your vision for your business for the next 5 years?
Well, of course, the biggest thing is continued growth, more offices, and being able to help more people in the community and educate them more on the aspects of real estate. And also, I mentor a lot of different agents also in the right process, of helping their clients and selling real estate.
And I guess kind of on top of that, what do you feel is the best way that you market your brokerage so that you can have continual growth?
Well, the biggest thing is constantly showing and proving, to the clients why we are one of the best in the real estate business, with being more innovative than others and things of that nature.
And I think sometimes when the general public looks at real estate agents and brokers, they don't fully understand everything that they have to go through in order to get where they're at and the licensing and everything like that. I mean, what do you think the biggest misconception or myth people have about working with a real estate agent is?
Well, the biggest thing is that they'll spend a good amount of money on selling their home. That the realtor only cares about their commission and not the seller or the buyer's needs and wants. It's like anything else. Sometimes they have heard in the past about, a bad experience maybe someone had with a different company or a realtor. And, that kind of just goes around like wildfire. So that would probably be the biggest myth and conception is that, that they'll spend a good amount of money on a commission, and that the realtor only cares about the commission and not the seller's needs and wants. And that's what that's what makes us different.
And let's say you get a call from a family member, and they're in another state, and they want to sell their home. What advice would you give them about selecting an agent that could best serve their needs?
Honestly, the best thing is to check their track record and how many years they have been in the business. Best is to ask, are they a part-time realtor or a full-time realtor? Honestly, there's no need to use a part-time realtor. You'll get part-time service. You want a full-time, hardworking agent that sells and knows how that market is. I actually always offer to help my clients and or family members find an agent in a state that I'm not licensed in, just to help them with that process.
And if somebody's looking for real estate services, obviously in the Charlotte, Lake Norman area, what's the best way they can find out more information about you and how you can help them?
Well, they can actually contact me directly pretty much 24/7 because that's about what I work, 24/7. My number, 704-439-6253, or they can visit my website at newncHome.com or nclakehomes.com.
Excellent. Well, Peter, I just want to obviously thank you for taking time to come here today and share all your professional real estate experience with our listeners. And obviously, if you want to learn more about Peter and what he can do for you, you can visit his site, like he said, newncHome.com, or you can give him a call at the phone number. Actually, all this information will be listed below this interview, so you can go to his site or give him a call and see how he can help you with your real estate needs. So with that said, everybody, until our next show, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to Top Agent Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading real estate industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at topagentradio.com today.